Welcome, and welcome back. This is your Sagittarius reading for the month of September through October. We're going to look at your love, your finances, and a message from the divine. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment in love. The drama continues. Sagittarians. The drama continues. There's some things in your life since that have gotten better, some things that you were fighting for. You've been trying to create and manifest your own reality as you should. You've been trying to be the leader of your surroundings, but you've had some resistance from the people around you because they're used to you being so flighty, so Princess of Wands, that when you try to step into your Queen of Disc energy, they're not really understanding how to accept you. Meaning, when you try to behave like a responsible boss, adult person, they're used to playful you. So they're not really receptive to the more stern you. As you see me shuffling, I'm shuffling the Orisha deck just to see if you have any messages from the Orishas or any ancestral messages. And you do, but it fell on the message from the divine, so we'll get there. That'll be the last part that we read, because I see where it goes, and it went to the message for the divine. Let's look at your love. We're going to look at the overall energy, and we're going to do singles, and we're going to do people in relationships, okay? You have the Hierophant. You have the Sun card. And you have the Five of Cups. Beautifully unbalanced. So, the overall energy, be careful. We're going to look, before you assume, let's look at the overall energy first, and then I'll break it down into people who are single and people who are in relationships, because this means something completely different for each of you. In situationships, you decide where you fall. There are some people that adore you, that see you in a godly way. They just want to be in your presence. You do have a happily ever after coming. It's coming. It's on the way. You have the Sun card. It's a beautiful card. I like doing this because you can't really see the cards half the time anyway because of the glare. But you have this beautiful card of you two being happy in the sun, receiving the things you want. Y'all playing, y'all dancing in the rain. Y'all talking about having sex in the park. Y'all having kids. All the signs and everybody and everything is around you and just buzzing and happy for you. And then you have the Five of Cups that reeks of instability, short-lived, unbalanced, possibly leading to a disappointment. So you may, let's look at it for single people before I say that, because I think it's going to scare you if you are in a relationship or if you're single and you listen to you take the wrong piece to heart. So let's look at let's look at relationships first, okay? Let's pull for relationships first. What's been going on, Sagittarius? Drop me some comments below and let me know what's been going on with y'all this past month. Y'all know I'm never really this late with my readings, and you do have my apologies for that. Okay, so in relationships, you have the Two of Cups. I normally would have pulled one card, but something, I was just talking to y'all, and for something, I pulled 3. So you have the 2, 3, okay? So you have the 2 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, and the Emperor. The love is definitely there. The outpouring of emotion coming from both parties, possibly with a Piscean, water energy, or an Aries energy, someone who feels like they're the go-to person. And they want you to feel like they're the go-to person. But you've been through it. You've been through it with this one. Y'all have had some good times and some really bad times. But the love is there. And you're not ready to walk away. You're disappointed in the unbalanced relationship that you guys have. But I don't see that changing this month. This relationship is going to remain unbalanced. It's going to remain unbalanced. You give more than they do. For some of you, they're giving way more than you are. They see you as the emperor. And you give a little compared to what they do, but emotion-wise, they seem to be putting in way more energy and effort than you are. And you start to feel bad about that, and you start doing more. And the more you start to do, the more they start to question your motives, because they're not used to it. It sounds silly. So if they've been tripping lately or accusing you of things, it's because you've become a better person. You're starting to treat them more like the way they wanted to be treated, and it's scaring them. That's the silliest thing. But I understand it, because you're stepping outside of the you that they normally know. For those of you who are in relationships, marriages, you've been together for so long, and you've given the way you've given, you've been the way you've been, and now all of a sudden you're extremely more attentive. You want to be there more often. You being up under them more often. You buying them things. You're giving them things. You're being more present. You scaring them a little bit. Eventually they'll get used to it. But right now they're just, I don't know. Let's look. Why do they feel that way? You're doing things they've been asking you to do for so long. And they kind of always felt like you were juggling other people. Even if you weren't sleeping with them, you had people in your ear that you were talking to. And now that you've all of a sudden stopped doing that, it makes them nervous. But they're not going to say anything about it, but you can tell. Because you thought that maybe they're doing something, or they don't want you around so much, so maybe you need to cut this off. That's not the case. There's just some adjustments that need to be made on both parts. Some conversations that need to be had. And you're coming in with them, and you're offering all of these full emotions. And you just want to give to them. And you're going to knock them a little off balance. Literally sweeping them off their feet. And when you sweep someone off their feet, they feel like they're falling. And they're nervous and they get scared. So don't give them a little bit of time to adjust before you pull back again, okay? You'll enjoy this. This will be fun. Now let's look at our singles. Let's look at our single Sagittarius. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. In love, single Sagittarius. September through October, what do we got? Okay, I see wealth at the bottom of the deck. Hold on, let's see. Relationships. Okay. You have the 4 of discs, the 5 of discs, and the 2 of discs in reverse. Okay. You have love that wants to come in. You have someone that sees you the way you want to be seen. You manifested what you asked for. You have this person coming in. You have someone who wants to give you stability and peace and understanding, but they're not showing up in the way that you wanted them to show up. Meaning you might not be physically attracted to this person. This may be someone that you've told no to in the past, like somebody who tried to talk to you and you just was not having it in the past, and now they're going to come back again. Oh, excuse me, y'all. And you're completely bored with them. And Spirit is saying you weren't specific enough in your manifestations. You asked for what you asked for, and that's what you got. You don't have to accept it. That's what you got. You asked for a meal that fills you up. And you wanted some rice, you wanted some meat, and you wanted, that's it. You needed some rice, some meat, some bread, because you know, you like those things. So when you got a plate of white rice, a piece of fish, and a piece of bread out the sandwich bag, that's what you asked for. You didn't say, you weren't specific in your design. You didn't manifest thoroughly. Let's say that. You brought forth exactly what you asked for. So whatever form it comes in or it came in, it's because of your lack of attention to detail. So you don't have to accept that. You're going to accept it for a little while because this person provides you with a certain amount of stability and fills a gap. They fill a balance, and this person could very well grow on you. And they will. They'll grow on you. And they'll be with you until you complete a cycle. But this won't be your forever person because eventually you'll start to feel like you're settling. A few of you will fall in love with this person because the love is there. The rest of you won't be happy and you'll feel like you're settling. And when I say a few of you, I literally mean less than 20%. Maybe like 2. But the rest of you will use this for what it's for, and it'll help you both grow. It'll be mutually beneficial. You'll meet this person, they'll be mutually beneficial, and you guys will complete cycles together. You'll heal together. You'll help them heal some old wounds, and they'll help you heal some old wounds. So I see you guys being really good friends, but not the type of friends that could stay friends after your relationship ends, because they'll still have lingering feelings for you. And the love relationship that you're going to be walking into towards the end of the year they're not going to allow that to keep playing a major part in your life. They'll withdraw from you. I think I need to do like a 6-month out reading because I see a lot of things happening for you guys around December. I think I've said that before, actually, twice. Yeah, I see a lot of things happening for you around December. So, as far as in your love life goes, and that's for singles and people in relationships. But for now, you are meeting people, and they do serve a purpose, and they will keep you entertained, even if you're not 100% attracted to them. Like, you don't get butterflies. My Sag is in situationships. You've been in this situationship for a while, and you're still waiting on it to turn into a relationship. You don't want it to turn into a relationship. If they're going to ask you, if they haven't already, to be in a relationship with you, and you say no, and then you change your mind and you want it, you're going to change your mind again and say you don't. And you can't keep yo-yoing this person that way. Or they can't keep yo-yoing you that way. It's not fair. And eventually it's going to cause you to like completely separate until you can make it. If you can't come to a resolution within the next 3 months or so, it's going to cause you to completely separate. Let's look at your finances. The Princess of Swords, the Princess of Wands in reverse, and the Knight of Discs. You're fighting for something that you lost. This isn't the best month for you to like vacation or plan fun things. This is the month for you to buckle down, save money. Save money. Don't spend a lot of money. Don't start any new investments. This is not the time for that. Wait till like mid or the end of October, heading more towards like Halloween. But not now. Not going into the equinox with all these changes. Some of you are scared you're going to miss something. And you're going to be very stubborn about it. And you're going to do it anyway. You'll experience some losses. So hopefully you take heed. Spirit says you're fighting for what's already yours. You need to understand that finances are a frequency. Once you tap into that frequency, you get on the same wavelength as what you want. You'll be fine. Get off of the wavelength of lack. Some of you are you're constantly talking about what you don't have, what you can't have, what you've never had. And with that mindset, you're always going to be that way. You're never going to have it if all you talk about is what you never have. Okay? And you're not surrounded by, but you have created situations where you have a lot of that around you, a lot of that negativity around you, with people telling you who you've always been, what your parents did. Basically, your daddy wasn't no good, you're not gonna be no good either. Your mama ain't shit, you ain't gonna be shit either. You don't need that in your life. You don't need those people around you. They can't see where you're going and you can't take them with you. And if you find yourself being that person to somebody else, you need to stop it, because you're introducing that same energy into your life. And some of you are doing that, but you're not realizing you're doing that because you're saying it in a joking way to you, but what you're doing, people are taking it to heart. They're taking it to heart. Now, I see you being very, Nine of Cups is your cup runs over. You'll have enough finances to be stable and good. It's just not a time for anything new. You'll be stable, you'll be good, because you'll be balanced and holding on to your money instead of spending it frivolously. The bare minimum's not good enough. The bare minimum's not good enough. Don't allow people to make you accept things that you don't want, because that's all that's available. Be patient and wait on what you actually do want. Your finances is not an area that you should have to settle in, okay? You can choose to do anything you want to, but better is definitely coming. This year is going to turn around in the most positive way. Even if it's already been positive, it's going to get better. So don't just settle on something because you feel like that's all that's available. So when I pulled your cards when I was shuffling at the beginning and I pulled your Orisha cards, Elegba came out. More changes. More great changes. You're going to have to make some decisions and get very specific about what you want. Because you have somebody working on your behalf behind the scenes that you ain't even seen to create new beginnings for you. There'll be some interference and it won't come very easy. The lies, the talking about you, the people whispering behind your back, those things may continue. Maybe not to the magnitude that they were, that they have been, but they will continue. Because you have some people that you've had in your life that you no longer want in your life, that don't necessarily want to see you grow. So the more you grow, the better you get, the more uncomfortable they get. Because the more you grow financially, the more you grow in love, the less you're allowing them to use you. You're no longer going to be beneficial for them. And with the growth that you're about to have, they're like, oh my God, I could use him. I could use her so much more than I did in the past now. And they won't even talk to me. They're not even returning my calls. I don't even know where they live at anymore. You know what? Let me go on social media and tell everybody how they acting. You're not doing anything to them. You outgrew them. And you're going to continue to outgrow. But you have some new beginnings coming. But be careful what you put on your plate. Be careful what you ask for. Because you're not asking for anything bad, but you're not being specific enough. Be specific with your desires. Daydream about them. Know exactly what you want. And we're going to work on that. It feels really good to be you. For not necessarily for the month of September, but after October, going in towards the end of the year, it's going to feel really good to be you. Because those changes, the things that are going on for you in the spiritual world, are in the astrological world. They're very, very, very potent. And you have the potential to manifest some very great things within the next few months. Okay? Peace, love, and light. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment in love. Thank you for being a part of my life. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of yours. Peace and love from the Good Witch.